Thank you very much. It's Moses Talivita, and I have been grateful for all opportunities availed to me to further explain to you what the law is all about. The law is about constitutions, the law is about legislations that are made by Parliament, or you can call them acts of Parliament, or regulations or statutory instruments that are made by the minister or departments or agencies of government. The law is about the judgments or the judicial decisions that are made by the judges. The law is, of course, also about those judicial interpretations and declarations that for instance, interpret disputes and resolve disputes and then set the pace on how, as a precedent going forward, that kind of dispute can be resolved or settled. The law is also about the common law and equity, a law that was brought to us by our former colonial masters and has subsequently been interpreted or has stayed on our law books. This, of course, amongst others, includes the law of torts, which is a civil wrong that entitles the aggrieved persons to compensation. The law is also about our customs, traditions, and practices. It regulates the bad ones, it regulates for preservation of the good ones, and it has sanctions and punishments for purposes of preserving our heritage, our norms, our customs, and good practices, and these have been largely informing our growth of jurisprudence and our law. The law still again is about publications by well-known legal scholars, and of course includes law reports, which are a compilation, a collection of decisions that are made by court. It is also about journals, which journals, of course, embody interpretations of viewpoints that are written by scholars. And of course, most of these publications are used especially by friends of court who help the court appreciate the evolution or decisions that are working or being made subsequently. The law is also about those encyclopedia, the dictionaries, the textbooks, all relating to the law, are all trying to distribute or talk about issues that have been of contention and citizens would want them resolved. Those that I have talked about are the ones we call the sources of the law. And the sources of the law means those are where the law originates. For the international law, of course, the statute which creates the International Court of Justice has listed what informs the international law in as far as the sources of international laws are concerned.